Hello class, this is in response to your confusion about the conversion of whole circle bearing to quadrantal bearing system. So first of all, you should know about the bearing of a line, suppose AB. First try to understand what is the bearing of a line AB. Suppose this line AB, bearing of AB is nothing but the angle made by the line AB with the north direction in clockwise orientation. Okay, so suppose this is your theta, which is the bearing of line AB. Now there are two ways of representing this bearing. First one is your whole circle bearing and second one is your quadrantal bearing. Suppose now this north direction is converted into your quadrantal system as north, south, west, east. Similarly, here also this north direction is converted into your north, south, west, east. Now take it as example. Suppose theta equal to 30 degree, which is the bearing of line AB. Okay. Okay. Let me explain it first. In case of whole circle bearing, this all the quadrant, 4 quadrant is comprising a whole circle, which is considered in expression of your bearing of a line. But in case of quadrantal system, every quadrant, suppose first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, this quadrant will express the value of the bearing of a line. How? This quadrant in case of bearing expression will be represented as this first quadrant as northeast, the second quadrant as southeast, this third quadrant as southwest, this fourth quadrant as northwest. You notice here always the starting point from north or south, that is this line, this direction actually, always starting from either north or from south in both the direction, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. Okay, now bring back to, back to the example as bearing of a line AB, which is 30 degree. In case of whole circle bearing, it is just simply this is your 30 degree. But in case of quadrant system, it first you have to know on which quadrant it falls. It falls on first quadrant, so it will be as north 30 degree east. Take another example. Suppose line BC. Now 180, 270, suppose 320. This angle is your 320. Now this bearing will be expressed in whole circle bearing as simply this 320. Okay. Now in case of quadrantal bearing system, you need to know on which quadrant it falls. So it falls under fourth quadrant. This is your 320. So you must have to measure this angle, which is made with north direction. Okay, this line. So here this angle will be 360 minus 320. So it will 40 degree. So it will be expressed as north 40 degree west. Okay. Now take another example. Suppose this BD line. So 180, suppose 320, sorry, 210 degree. Suppose this 210 degree in case of full circle bearing, it just falls like this. So it will be your 210 degree full circle bearing. Now here you need to know on which quadrant it falls. It falls under third quadrant as this time this angle is your 210. This time you must measure this angle which is connected with the north south direction, that is south direction, north south line, sorry, this direction. So this angle is your now 210 minus 180 is will as 30 degree. Here the bearing will be south 30 degree west. Okay, now one example from quadrantal bearing system to whole circle bearing. Suppose this is your south 40 degree east. This is your quadrantal bearing given. You need to convert it into whole circle bearing. Here you first think that it falls under this second quadrant, as because south to east with 40 degree, that means south from south measured 40 degree. It will give this will give you the line, this line, sorry, not right of it. This is your 40 degree, this southeast. Now this line exactly draw here with 40 degree from this south. Now this will give you the bearing. So how it will be calculated? 180 minus 40 degree will give you 140 degree. That means in case of your whole circle bearing, it falls under 140 degree. That is, this equal to 140 degree whole circle bearing, quadrantal bearing. So guys, hope you all understand about this conversion between whole circle bearing and quadrantal bearing and vice versa. Any confusion, please approach to me again. Thank you.